Hello everyone, and welcome to another iSecurity usage tip brought to you by Raz-Lee Security. I'm eli.spitz, Vice President of Business Development at Raz-Lee, and in this usage tip we'll focus on how to create and implement an automated procedure to disable dormant users, that is, users who have been inactive for at least 60 days. Naturally, this usage tip can be implemented for any subset of user profiles which you may be interested in. For example, users without a password, users whose passwords are the same as their user profile name, users who are defined with special authorities, or users who are defined with user class * programmer, for example. So this usage tip then is based upon two of Raz-Lee's numerous security, auditing, and compliance products. Audit, which monitors and reports on entries appearing in the system journal, that is, in Q Audit Journal, and Action, which initiates real-time alerts that can be emailed to a list of recipients, sent as a syslog message, SNMP, operator message, text message to a smartphone, or even a Twitter message. In this usage tip, we'll be using one of the many special Raz-Lee unique audit types which supplement the log information already written by IBM to the Q Audit Journal, and which deals with user profiles, objects, jobs, system values, network attributes, and more. So as you see here, the purpose is to create an automated procedure to handle special user cases, as I listed earlier, and will automatically disable the user profiles of the dormant users using Audit, and specifically the report generator and scheduler, and our Action solution. And we'll demonstrate the ease of use and speed to implement of iSecurity's solutions, as well as the flexibility of the products and parameter definitions which will aid you in solving any reporting request posed by anyone in your organization. So the steps that we'll follow in this short demo will be to define a report using the special iSecurity entry type $A, to define a report filter, that is, user status is not disabled, password is not *none, and 60 days have passed since the user's last log on. We'll select sort fields and output fields. We'll define an action to change the status of dormant users to disabled. We'll run the query. We'll then activate action, which will be based upon the query output, on all records or in a subset of dormant records which we decide upon at runtime. And we'll then display a user profile which was automatically changed in order to verify that we really did what we set out to do. So step one then is to define a report. The report name is dormant user based upon audit entry type $A, which is an iSecurity specific entry type. Check user profile is the action that we'll implement at the end of this procedure. We can limit our selection to all user profiles or a group of user profiles, perhaps a generic list of such user profiles. We'll define a report filter, the password of none not equal to yes, 60 days have passed since the last sign in, and the current status is not equal to disabled. Obviously, I could have specified these Boolean operators in another manner as well, of course. In addition to the Boolean operators, we have a list of other operators that we could use. List, not list, for example. User profile name, I can specify list and say the list is A, user profile A, B, or C, for example. Like, not like, to look for a particular string in the value of a field. Item and not item is interesting. I can set up a group of similar items or objects, and I can then ask, I'd like to filter this query by user classes which appear in a particular group item. And this can be determined again at runtime. I predefine the group items, and this can run. This is used, by the way, for limiting, for example, reports, queries on production libraries. I can define my production libraries once, leave that in a group item, and then run the reports as I wish. Start, not start, whether or not the value begins or does not begin with a certain character string, and program or not program. I can execute a user program in order to check a certain filter and to decide based upon the logic in the user program whether or not to accept this record or not. In step 3, I'll define the sort fields as well as the output fields for this report. The action called check user profile will automatically run this command, change user profile of the user profile, which will be output in the report and which gets dynamically substituted at runtime. And I'll change that user profile to be status disabled. I'll run the query, run the action on the result, check user profile, as you can see here. This is the output that I receive. I can use F9 to specify on which records to run the action. Pressing F9, I get this window. I can decide on what records to run this particular action, and in the end, I can actually display a user profile which was changed in order to verify that its new status is indeed disabled. So to sum up, the purpose was to create an automated procedure and to run it. And I hope that I've shown you that the automated procedure was easy to use, easy to implement, and showed you the flexibility of the Audit and Action products and the flexibility of the parameter definitions, which can assist you in answering any request for reports which are posed by your managers, system administrators, etc. If you've got questions or comments, feel free to email me at marketing@Raz-Lee.com. Thank you for your attention. Have a great day.